Welcome, everyone, to the International Prolife Federation. I'm Ms. Standberry. I'm the president of the International Prolife Federation. You can get our mission statement at YouTube. Tonight's show is a very important show because now we usually have issues and actions. We represent a lot of the things in the world that's going on that don't get to the mainstream media. So the show tonight is a very important show. It's about what's going on in the Ivory Coast. And that's something that's being blocked out with all of our mainstream media. So this is why this show is very important. And this show will be up on YouTube before it airs on CAN-TV. So what I want people to do is search on YouTube. Now when you search on YouTube, search IPF, that's the acronym for International Pro-Life Federation, and then you're going to have Situation in the Ivory Coast. That's what's going to be the title of this show on YouTube, and that will be up tonight. But I want to introduce our guests, and these are the people from the Ivory Coast who know really the most important thing that's going on. Now, our first guest to my right is Simplice. Simplice, how you pronounce your last name?
Blahoua.
Blahoua. And then I have Miss Shahan Koroma.
Yes.
And then I have Mr. Joseph Gaye. And what I want you to do, whoever want to start out, I want you to explain what happened. You know, we want to summarize what happened over there and what we can do as people who are watching in the media, how we can spread this. Just like people who are on Facebook, you know, you can share this video. And you also have trailers up on YouTube where you're talking about what happened over there, what's the current status. So we just want to get a summary for the people who don't know. I know a little bit, but I don't know a whole lot. So,
well, my name is Shahan Koroma, and I am so blessed and grateful that you allow us to speak our voice out of your show. I mean, I'm a resident of Illinois. I've been in United States for quite very much while. Must grow up here, and even though I haven't been in my country yet, but we have lost so many loved ones and family. I mean, that has really get to our heart here.
yes.
And we really put ourselves to know what was the reason. So I mean, we call and they explain, but the whole thing started as our knowledge in 2000, in the year 2000.
2001, 2002.
In the year 2001, 2002, when the President Laurent Gbagbo was elected into the office. And that was one well-loved president by the Ivorians. And that president was in the office for about 2 years, and then after, that's when everything started. To my knowledge, I always know that Ivory Coast was a country that was colonized by the French. It's a French colony. So, I mean, everything about Ivory Coast and French have to be a part of it. They really want to have their hands in it and their eyes in it. I mean, it's like at one point we don't feel like we're free or we have independence. So that's how everything started. When he was in the office, he want to take things in charge. He want to be able to take care of his own people and for his people to have a voice. They don't have to depend on France to make the decision for us.
Right.
Because they won't have the resources.
Yes, right.
So he doesn't know why French have to be the one to decide for us. And since
they probably want the resources. Don't
that's
they?
it's about the resources. It started all about the resources. That's have always been in all the whole world about French, African French countries. It seemed like the French do never want to let it go for Africans who was colonized by them to be free. So they have always like stepped on them and like a type of slavery where you have the money, but I'm coming and take your money and you have nothing to say. And that has been going on in our country. So if you as a president, just like a president like Laurent Gbagbo, he's told them, no, this is my coffee, this is my resources, and I wanted to tell you how much I wanted you to pay for it. And they said, no, it's not going to happen like this. So you are not expecting us, so we don't want you. We're going to make sure you're out of there. So that's how everything
That's how
started.
this bad guy came in.
That's right.
And the bad guy came in really when, though? Because the good president was in for how long? He really didn't turn over in 2002. He still stayed in for a while, didn't he? So up until when?
Okay, he stays in office because once he got in office in 2000, he had upheld at least 2 coup attempts already.
Oh.
The first year in
even
office,
then they were trying to overthrow him, huh?
the very first night he was in the office,
They tried to overthrow him.
the big manipulation machine was already on. The men got elected. The night for him to,
Like the inauguration type thing.
they had already a conspiracy about some mass grave. The night of his inauguration, they had already found a mass grave in which they had already only northern people buried in there, which was very surprising. There's no DNA, there's no test, but they suddenly know that.
But now what was when did this other guy get in office here? This but you had an election which was illegal.
Yes, the election was illegal because.
And what year was that?
In 2011, last November.
Year, last November.
After
10.
Because he really won it. The good president really won that originally, didn't he? Didn't he
Yes.
really win that
he
election?
won the election.
But then you got a constitutional council who turned around and did some illegal stuff.
That's what happened. President Gbagbo was elected
Yeah.
by the people of the Ivory Coast.
Mm-hmm.
And after the elections, it was sworn in by the Constitution, by the Supreme Court of the country. And at that point, the French government decided with the other guy, Alassane Ouattara, to find means to change things around. And during the election, there was a fraud in the northern side of the country, where the first term Gbagbo have at least 45% of a vote in that part of the country. But the second term, he has 0. And the rebel that are controlling that part of the region stop everybody to go in and vote. They themselves choose who to vote for.
So they made it totally illegal.
Illegal.
And so now this here's the thing though. Here's what I'm trying to say. Now you have President Gbagbo. You have okay. How do you pronounce it again?
Gbagbo.
Laurent Gbagbo.
Yes. Gbagbo. President Gbagbo. But you got everybody else and all the people that was in office in jail.
Everybody in jail.
Okay, now how is that going to? How are they going to keep everybody in jail?
Okay.
The president and everybody.
During the crisis, the Mr. Gbagbo cabinet had seek refuge at the UN. Upon the assault on Abidjan, they went to the UN to seek refuge. The UN took everybody and surrendered them to the militiamen.
So the UN had a big part in this.
Big part. The UN.
The United Nations.
The United Nations, even on the
YouTube.
On YouTube, on one show, Mr. Choi recognized that he was under pressure by the French and the US government to make Alassane Ouattara the winner of the election.
But what are the real resources they want from the Ivory Coast?
Ivory Coast is a very blessed land with resources of cocoa, coffee. We have oil.
Gas.
We have gas.
Manganese.
Manganese.
Manganese, yes.
Yeah, we have quite a great
quite
thing that
heavy resources.
heavy resource that the French really depend on it.
And for your knowledge, Ivory Coast is the #1 producer of cocoa in the world.
Yes,
#1 producer
Cocoa in the
that's
world.
right.
But
Whoa.
you can see chocolate, everyone, you never
Yeah.
see the name of
And
Ivory
chocolate
Coast.
is
Best
very
chocolate
important to
from
everybody all
everybody,
over.
yeah.
You know?
Côte d'Ivoire. As a matter of fact, we call it Côte d'Ivoire, but most people recognize it in English as Ivory Coast.
Oh,
But the name is Côte d'Ivoire.
Côte d'Ivoire.
Yes,
Côte d'Ivoire.
Côte d'Ivoire.
So
Yes.
because of those resources, they want somebody who will turn them over to them easily with no problem. Mr. Gbagbo refused
I
to do
want to
that.
show. I want the people to show a picture of President. Was it Gbagbo? Show the pictures of the president. Okay, you see that? Now he's a very distinguished. He even looks like a good person.
Yes.
You know, it's his features. He looks like a people. He's a president for the people. You know, and he looks like it too. Now show the pictures of the students that were all slaughtered out there, because I heard that a lot of universities is closed down.
Closed.
All of them.
The
All
pictures
the
of the
universities.
universities is a group of young students who are slaughtered. Now this is a picture. Now they evidently were having some kind of protest.
Yes.
You must see
Okay,
it.
you know, the French government sent in the army in Ivory Coast. So the student went at the presidential palace for
And
his,
made an
for a
edge.
sitting.
They just went for a
For
peaceful
a sitting,
sitting.
peaceful sitting. And the French,
Now you know what? Never before in the history of any civil disobedience have you seen that many children murdered.
Oh.
yeah, but
Yes.
Even you can go back to Beijing, you didn't have that many students murdered. You see what I mean? Okay, show the rest of the pictures here. We have about 3 more pictures. I want to see all of the pictures.
And as we speak right now, we have a concentration camp in the Ivory Coast, where this case, the picture will come, you see, these kids are in the concentration camp.
They're
And
in
nobody,
concentration camps.
Yes.
nobody knows their fate up to now.
no, they know. Yeah.
No, we outside there, nobody knows their
Nobody
fate.
know their
They are
fate.
living
Once they
or they are
kill you,
dead, nobody
You
knows.
don't go back to your family. Your family don't even have no news of you. And bodies are found everywhere.
And what countries are really on the side of the good president? What countries?
Oh, the international.
Do you talk about Gbagbo?
Which president? Mr. Gbagbo?
Yeah,
President Gbagbo?
Yeah, who's on his side?
Oh,
And
no.
so
Oh, you
nobody.
You
Only
had,
the
I mean, what
people.
about Russia, China? No,
The-
none.
China
they
was.
try.
China tried. China tried a lot, and also Russia.
Russia tried.
Russia tried a lot.
But so they really kind of on his side, right?
Yes, they really wanted the people to decide for the president.
Okay,
And-
but see,
and-
that's
and-
important still.
That's
one,
right.
and
That is
one-
hope,
Yeah.
right?
And one
That's
thing, they even went to the UN. In the first resolution, they refused to pass some resolution. But they got convinced by the United States and France that the resolution 1975 was to protect civilians. Mr. Gbagbo lived by the ambassador of France, Japan, and the United States. So why his palace was bombed for 12 hours every day
Every day.
for 10 straight days? They turned the palace into crumble. For 12 hours, from 6 p.m. to 6 in the morning, the palace was bombed.
But then that was in 2000 and what?
2011.
10.
10?
Yeah,
Or
that's
2010.
That's true.
2010. Under the watchful eye of the international community. But because they didn't like him, they didn't like his ideology,
Because he's preaching independence and helping the people of
they
Ivory
label
Coast.
him they label him as a dictator. For 10 years, he has never put any journalist in jail.
He's never put who in jail?
Any journalist,
Any journalist in jail.
any opponent, nobody.
He let people speak their
Speak
speak.
for themselves.
He's a peaceful man.
Now today, what's going on now with this new president? What is his name?
Alassane
What?
Ouattara.
Alassane
Ouattara.
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 Ouattara. He's not. So what's the situation to date, current as of now?
The blessing, the thing is about Alassane Ouattara is just that he's supported by the French
He's for the French.
government, which is all about the French. I mean, Alassane Ouattara himself.
So now he's the one that's in jail that's closing down these universities?
No,
No.
that's
Ouattara
not
closed.
Ouattara is the president now.
Right.
Yes, he's the one. Since the war and all this, so many students was killed. So many children. We have never seen that before.
Really?
I mean, like so many killing. You ask yourself, is there any human rights?
Really?
Is there anybody who cares?
And you would think the United Nations would have been on the side
the
of
United Nations, as they're being over there, like they're always living by lies. They don't want to get inside the situation. Even there was a Senate
Two Senate hearing. Yeah.
yes, who requested for the United States of America to really pay attention to what's going there.
Is James Inhofe from Oklahoma. The Senator James.
What is his name?
James Inhofe.
James Inhofe.
Yes,
Yeah, he's a
senator from Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he asked for 2 Senate hearings.
So he's on the side of the good guy, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yes, he want it. I mean, as a matter of fact, it's on the side for the people voice. I mean, if the people have chose a president.
The problem
How do you
here.
spell his last name?
Oh,
James
James Inhofe.
Inhofe.
Inhofe. He's in the Senate here in the United
Yeah,
States.
Yes,
yeah,
yeah.
he's from
Is that-
Oklahoma.
Oh, so he's from. I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah, INHO.
Okay.
FE.
I get it. Because
Yes.
You have the document I gave you?
I couldn't find it. I don't know what happened to that document, but I need to keep it though because it had about 4 pages that were very important. I think it's in one of my books, and I couldn't find it. Okay. But you know what happens when, like for instance, what I want people to do who are watching this show, you know, I want you to refer this show to your friends and have your friends refer this show, spread this show. It's going to be on YouTube. Like I said, it's going to be under IPF, the situation in the Ivory Coast. So I'm going to put it up tonight. And, you know, when this show is aired, I want, you know, everybody to know that it's already up on YouTube. And know that even though you're watching this show, it's up on YouTube. You can refer this show, promote the show. I mean, you know, we can do something. We want the world to know what's going on. We didn't know anything about this, you know. And I met you gentlemen at the All-American Liberation Day parade, and that's how I found out about it. Because you know, nobody is saying anything about the Ivory Coast in the media, you know. And I went to a little thing last Saturday where the Block Club children, they were having different flags of different countries, and one little boy had the flag of the Ivory Coast, and he was marching with the Ivory Coast flag. So that was nice, you know. But you know, as Africans, and we're all Africans, you know, it's just like we need to know what's going on. It's just like what did Martin Luther King? He said that the injustice in one place is injustice everywhere.
Yep.
And especially to me, the serious thing, we always have leaders who coup d'etats and overthrow. But when you have all these students show the students again, laying out there murdered like that, and show all of the pictures this time.
The other people.
All the students want to really do is to let the people
know that we love our president and leave him alone.
Yeah, this is the one we have
chosen. The students.
They made like an edge around his parents.
These are young college students.
Yes.
Just want everybody to know that we like our president. And now look how they killed all those students. Now this is nowhere in the history of the earth have you seen all the many children, college students murdered. Now show all the pictures.
This is somebody killing.
That's the execution of one of the leaders.
No, anybody.
It's a
that's just a
anybody that is not from the northern part of Ivory Coast is just a target.
Oh, okay.
North and south.
Show the next. There's some more pictures here. Shows those are not on. I guess that's some type of execution too.
Yeah, that's one of the cabinet ministers.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to be the UN ambassador.
They when they beat up like
And I
that.
definitely
the
want
Ivory
you to
Coast.
show the picture of the little girl. Show the picture of the little girl that's laying out there. Show all of the pictures, please.
What
this,
that
this
little
is just too terrible, you know.
What does he know about
little innocent
the
girl
war? About
murdered. And all this war and stuff is.
But there's another picture that's missing. There's a state there where the concentration camp. That was you show. I don't know if you have that kept that picture.
No, we weren't able to get it to come on right.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's a kind of all these children, college students. They grab them and put them in jail, and put them in the camp. the concentration camp.
Until this day, are they still there?
They stay there. Nobody knows. Nobody knows that they're
Nobody knows where they are.
Okay, what I'm trying to say, what is going on in the country now with this bad guy going?
There's
I mean,
famine. There's famine, and
The cost of living has doubled.
has double.
Yeah.
There's no law and order.
There's no law and order.
The military go everywhere and
No,
kill
not the
him.
military, the militia.
The militia.
Militia.
The militias, not the military.
And then you said that the universities are closed. How many?
No school.
No school.
All the schools are closed.
Whoa. Especially all the colleges, huh?
Yeah,
And all this is going on and we don't know anything
Yeah,
about
no,
it.
everybody.
nobody knows about it.
And whosoever you come from here, when you go home, and they know that you're from the west side of the country, that means you are President Gbagbo.
West and south.
And
West, south, and east.
Yep,
Yes.
they are targets.
yeah, this is your target. Whosoever from that area, they see you, they say you are rebel, they attack you.
They
They
are
jail
rebel,
you.
automatically a rebel. So they just grab you and
You
go
have
with
no
you.
voice to talk.
Every day we see in the newspaper, people crying in the villagers who don't know who is president, what's going on, they go and grab them and kill
What is the
them.
name of that website you gave me where you can find out information?
IvoireBusiness.net.
What is that? Now, I went to a website. You gave me a website. I forgot the name of it.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Yes.
it. One of the
What is it called?
Ivoire business.
IVORRE
Business.
Business.
Ivoire Business.
Done
than that. And another
Now,
one,
This is where our readers,
yeah,
you can go to just say that again.
Ivoire.
Ivoire
Ivoire Business.
Business, yeah.
And that's IVOIRE
business.net.
.net.
yes.
Ivoire, you know, anyway, IVOIRE
B as in boy.
business.net. This is where you can get up-to-date daily information because it comes in English and French.
And then there's a latest subject. They are taking the land from the native
People.
people and give them to some foreigners.
Just taking somebody's
Land.
farm or
Yeah.
They
taking,
don't like it or
everything.
not.
let's drive them off of their
They
property.
kill them.
Yes, that's why they kill more than 3,000 people in Duekwe in just one day.
3,000 in one day. Is that still going on daily?
Daily now is still going up. Even 3 days ago, the village next to my town, my mother's town, they killed 4 people there, wounded 14 people, and the whole village just ran out there. Everybody in the bush right now.
So how are you all
Ivory
relatives?
Ivory Coast at this moment is like
It's a failed state.
fearful state to be.
It's a failed state.
For somebody like us who really been here, I wouldn't know how to live there because it's so brutal and so fearful.
What about
and,
your relatives and people?
My whole
Are they
family, my whole family members live outside Ivory Coast in some separate countries.
So
Ghana.
that everybody, some people are
Nobody's
scattering out,
Scattered.
You have
Yeah.
more than 3 million
exiled,
exiled people
just fleeing for
for
better.
their life.
Where do most of them go? What's
Liberia,
Ghana,
Ghana, Togo, Benin, even Cameroon.
that's
We
something.
have no penny to eat.
And some of them who stay there, they are in a refugee camp in some of the cities. They cannot even go in the villages. And when you want to go somewhere in the farm to get some food, you see a soldier on the road, you have to pay tax to him. to go to your farm. When you come back, you have to pay tax to him before you go back. And you don't have it, that's the end for you.
So
And all this time, the reason why we are here today is to bring the truth out,
Yes.
so the international community can know what's going
Yes.
on. And if there's something,
The truth out to the international community. And then I was talking to, was it you? And I was saying, what can people really do? And you, what did you tell me? You said,
right now we want to get the country in a peace. Let the new president, he are being in the power, let him stop his people from killing. Let him stop.
but I mean, people watching, what can they do though? I mean, is there anything that people
We
in the
want to
international
believe true.
community can do?
Yeah, the truth I want to bring out for they know actually what's going on, and on their part they can come out and help.
But what I'm trying to say, what can people do?
We Ivorians in United States, we have gathered together and walk and do some march and to let the people know.
Yeah, because see,
especially
you know,
here.
here's what I want to know. See, it's like, you see how the Egyptians came over here and they had the nerve to be protesting downtown about what's going on in Egypt. You
Yes.
know, I remember when, well, first of all, I know Egypt was all black at one time, so these Arab Egyptians came in and made Egypt like it is now. But you see how, you know, the people over here need to start awareness and protest. You know, it's like, for instance, you all organize a protest and we all come out.
That's
you see what I'm saying? And that protesting really helps. Protesting, okay. We could organize a protest about the Ivory Coast
Yes.
anytime.
with the Ivory Coast flag.
Yes.
We could have it down at the federal building.
Yes.
You know, we need to do that.
Yes.
Again,
And, you know, why don't we do that?
Yes. Please.
That's
it's always
Why
welcome.
don't we do that? Huh?
It's always welcome.
We very happy. That's
So
the reason
we need to
why.
organize. And so I can tell people I know and get some of the black organizations
Yes.
like in Cobra, just like the All African Revolutionary Party people. They can come out. So we need to have an event about that. And the
Event.
more events and the more organizing protests and fundraisers, that brings awareness. And then I want you to also promote the show too, you know. So, but you know what? We can all do something. We, you know, black people, you know, it's like we got so many gifts and talents, and we're not disconnected. There's one black guy who went to Ghana and got his dual citizenship. That's a trend starting now, where African Americans are going and getting
That's a
our dual
blessing.
citizenship from our motherland.
Yes.
You know,
That's
so we, everybody else have it. We need to have it. I'm so glad to have all of you on, and I'm so thankful that I know about it.
Yes.
Thank you for
Thank you
being
very
here.
much,
And
and we
I'm
greatly
so
appreciate
thankful
you.
I know about it, and definitely we're gonna have this protest coming.
Thank you.
Okay, thank
Soon.
you. God bless you.
And I will
So-
send you. I will give you some of the videos.
Right.
You can watch them yourself to see,
Thank you.
and put them on the YouTube to let the people know, see
Yes.
what's going on.
Yes.
Then
But
they'll
see, I
they'll
got-
judge it by themselves.
on my YouTube, I can put up our shows.
Okay.
You know, they don't have to be cut down. So I can put some up.